Going to be living?
Yeah, she's going to stay at my place. She just went back to her house to get some things together.
Really?
Yeah.
But, John, that means that you won't have any place to go.
Well, why would I want to go anywhere except right here?
No reason at all.
Okay. You know what? The more I think about this whole thing with Judith and Charles, the more I'm amazed that they didn't break up a long time ago. I mean, Jamie's been ripping them apart with these stupid stunts for years now.
I don't think it's entirely Jamie.
Well, now, what do you mean by that?
I think it has a lot to do with Judith's roving eye.
With Judith's roving eye? Charles is the one with the roving eye. You need bifocals? Yeah, he has a roving eye along with another part of his anatomy, I'll tell you.
I know that you love your sister very much, and you are very concerned about her right now, but I have seen her in action, dear, and I know what she's doing.
Well, then suppose you tell me, where do Judith's big brown eyes rove? All over Landview, or has she picked out one particular target?
No, she's got one particular target.
Who?
Herb.
Herb Callison? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. That's one of the dumbest things you've ever said, too.
Dumb? Dumb? Well, for your interest and edification, let me tell you something. I have seen her when she's with Herb, and her desires are written all over her face.
You know what? You're still possessive about Herb.
Me? That's ridiculous. Where would you get such an idea?
Well, maybe based upon my observation of the way that your eyes turn green every time you mention Herb and Judith in the same breath.
That's absolutely ridiculous, John. I mean, for you to even say such a thing, he is my ex-husband. I am now engaged to you. What does that make of our relationship? Some sort of a farce? Are you implying that I don't really love you?
Oh, of course you love me, Dorian. And I tell you, it's very flattering to know that once Dorian Lord loves you, she will love you forever and ever.
Oh,
you will stay in her heart.
Stay in my heart.
Appreciate that. So, as partings go, you know, as difficult as they are, I don't know, it was amicable enough. I sometimes think that it might have been too much that way. Maybe if Judith and I had learned to bite and scratch more, that we wouldn't have just drifted apart, you know?
I don't know about that. I've always been a biter and a scratcher, and I haven't had much luck in the matrimonial department.
Dorian, tell me something. Did you know that it was the right thing to do at the time? I mean, when you and Herb were going through that, when you were splitting up.
I knew it was the inevitable thing. But that didn't make it any less painful.
Isn't that strange? I wonder about that. Two people live together, and there's a lot of pain. And that becomes very uncomfortable, yet we're so afraid to be alone.
Though sometimes being together can be fun, even at the end.
I'm afraid you lost me around the last curve.
I don't know, my mind just went to a certain time in a certain elevator.
In the elevator?
The elevator of the courthouse. Herb and I had just left the courtroom. We'd been granted our divorce decree. We both got into the elevator, and there was a power blackout.
You and Herb together? Just the two of you were stuck in the elevator? I'm sorry, but excuse me for laughing, but wasn't that a very kind of touchy, difficult situation?
Well, it was difficult at first. Then it became rather interesting.
Dorian, you mean to... No, really?
I just wonder if that elevator had stalled on the way up to the courtroom instead of on the way down. If I still might not be Mrs. Herb Callison.
That's a really wonderful story.
I don't know what made me tell you that. Except maybe it's by way of saying, do you think that there's any chance that you and Judith...
I would like to think so. No, I think that sort of passion is long gone. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, well, she's moved out. I just wish her all the happiness in the world, the happiness that I wasn't apparently able to give her.
You know she's moved into John's apartment.
Yeah.
Should be an interesting arrangement.
Yes.
She'll get a furnished apartment. He will have somebody to go home and talk to when he finds our one-day-at-a-time relationship a bit stressful.
How's that going, that one-day-at-a-time relationship? Is that enough for you?
It doesn't really make me happy.
No, I wouldn't think so. Now, I love John. I really do. But there's something about the two of you that it just doesn't seem to me that it's a good match.
I think he's a good match for me. I do wish that...
I know what you wish. You wish that John would make more of a commitment. Well, I think you deserve that. I don't think you're going to get it from John, but I think that you deserve a man who would give you that sort of a commitment.
Charles, are you making known some secret ambition?
No. As a matter of fact, on that very topic, why don't we discuss your ambition for a moment? How can I help you win that appointment to the commission you want? Why? You do want the appointment, don't you?
Of course I do.
Well?
I'm just astonished that you would volunteer to help me get it.
I admire your initiative.
Some people would call it my ruthlessness.
Some people would be talking through their very small egos. I happen to believe that with your first-hand experience, let's say, that you are eminently qualified for the post.
Oh, my first-hand experience. What a delicate way of putting it. You didn't want to call me an ex-con?
Dorian, if I were looking for other things to call you, it would be much nicer than that.
I don't mind. I'm rather proud of being an alumna of Statesville Prison. I met some wonderful women there. I learned a lot about life and about myself.
I'll just bet you did. Which is all the more reason to make you a most perfect candidate for the commission, as well as, I might add, a remarkable woman.
Tell me, Charles, do all diplomats have such a remarkable way with words?
Well, it is part of our job, but I am speaking to you as a man, not an ambassador. And I'm going to take my leave now. If there's anything at all I can do for you, please call. And until then...
Till then.